Hilda. We were looking forward to start. And of course, the Edith. All right, you know what? I'm still confused. Nope. Never mind. I know where that Edith's going.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's looking real good here, at least for Blacklist International. To me, I think they're the more flexible team, right? It's all about execution at the end of the day and overall team play that really define Blacklist International. So far, I think a lot of weight is put on both OHEB and as well as UA to kind of not only create that space, but be very careful with their positioning. That Benedetta could be deadly, especially with a quick follow-up from a Kufra.
Another. I would say like this is like a signature pick, right? You mentioned earlier what could go in the hands of Luis. This is perfect for the lineup that they're bringing here for game one.
That's the third in his trinity. The Kaja, the Cho, and RQ Akira going into game one. Gideon, how do you reckon?
The quick breakdown is going to look like by RQ Akira. Hopefully, that's going to be enough for Luis to find that pick.
Here we go, game number one. We're loading into the land of Dawn. Joseph, Gideon, the rest of the world, welcome. Join us here for game number one between RRQ Akira and Blacklist. Let's notice the early rotations. Which of these teams actually might want to go fast?
Well, personally for me, I think it's going to be Blacklist International. There's so much snowball potential with a hero for Luis to punish, but in most situations, especially when you have Purify, it's going to be a little harder than it looks.
Not only that, but, you know, Soulpick, Gusta Lagusta loves this Claude. We've seen it shine, not only in the way that it can turn the tide of some of these team fights, but even the split push potential later on.
I could hear everybody just get
down bottom from Blacklist. Up top, it's RQ Akira. They catch him in mid.
Here we go for Sensui here, but gets out easily with a guiding wind. Again, I'm expecting somewhat of a stalemate until that first turtle comes up here.
Yeah, and even when the first turtle comes up, right, keep your eyes on both the supports. They have a very important role. Like, Renegade not only has to somewhat give information, but also save the team members who won't have their ult in way. He's making sure that he has the cooldowns to maintain that mid control.
Turtles already spawned. Both teams going for the pull. Blacklist wins. Gonna go for the reset. Looking at the back lines, RQ Akira reinforcing that. Stolen ult is the Primal Wrath. What's gonna happen? RQ gets a pull.
See how they play around it. Sensui gonna jump in already with a spatial migration into the Requiem on the backside. They're gonna go. Edward somehow gets the turtle. Still, are they gonna fight for it? Renegade gonna go in with that circle eel. Takashi falls into the jungle. Flicker out from Edward. Renegade one hit away and he'll get out just fine.
That's a little upset just in the side lane.
I hate to say it, but in the 3 minutes that have elapsed, it's clear Blacks International have a mechanical advantage. Every little inch, the little decisions that you make in the fraction of a second makes a difference. It adds up to about 1,000 gold ahead now, even in the gold lane. That's far isolated from what happened in the Turtle Pit.
Also, rocking Purify. Actually, there's a couple over here. You're going to have to really play around that because even on the other side, RQ Akira has their Purifies as well to deal with a lot of this CC going to be thrown at them. So you can see it. Everybody except these gold laners getting ready for this. Renegade going to go ahead and use that Circle Eagle. Edward jumps in with a flicker. Right on Saigon, gets that Black Shoes out himself. There's a spatial migration. Takashi's going to fall again. Luis tries to follow up, but he's got no backup as it's a double for Edward. And that's also going to be the turtle secured for Blacklist International.
Deja vu, they're still not done.
Still going to be going, putting the pressure in the mid lane. They don't want to let up here.
Beautiful stuff. Honestly, really beautiful stuff coming in for the side of Blacklist International.
Be a response.
You're seeing here how precise and how exact Blacklist International's movements are. Was this not just a replay of what happened in the first turtle fight? A big win up top, a kill, and then a rotate down bottom, and eventually they convert into a turret up top. They're trying to turn on Edward. Is this the right call?
I think at this point, RRQ Akira, they start to feel this snowball actually piling up. But the real question is, how do you actually approach these situations, especially since Blacklist International, they're not wasting movement. They're very efficient.
They're going to be able to find their target here. Sensui could be in trouble. He's going to fall. RQ Akira grabbing their first kill here. No, wait, second. First kill for Saigon.
Yep, it's their first kill. and they spot out the jungler, Sensui, who, by the way, I just got a note, man, brute force breastplate. Like, what was he thinking? Is it because of the damage coverage that Akira has?
Well, that also, as well as the fact that he might be looking for opportunities to actually out-farm his opponent, right? Especially you're up against a Boxio. Let's keep that in mind. The movement speed is going to be useful.
Well, they could use it here for this turtle. They're going to go for it. They jump in, but Sensui somehow steals the turtle away. The retry on point. Takashi falls again. That's the third now. Blacklist International class.
Oh, that's why he's on Blacklist. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa!
Still going to be going for it again, trying to hold down this mid lane. They're going to force him back, but that's just the...
Some value keeping this gold lead under 5K, 8 minutes in. Akira, their map, their real estate, it's shrinking. Where are you going to find farm to put on Gusta La Gusta?
I mean, even with this, like, when they try to find their own moments, that's where the Guiding Wind plays such a integral part of this. Blacklist International is able to just pull someone to safety, and Akira.
His moves are too telegraphed, so we might as well get the stats to buff him up to make sure, even though his opponents know it's going to happen, that he will protect himself.
That's true. Again, we can only really theorize and wonder what's going on in these odd builds. Look at the damage. Look at Yue. Wow.
He is
Damage.
I mean, that's the best that we can actually put it, right? 12. Well, again, he is so far ahead of the curve. Yue is that important when it comes down to these to the peel from Akira, especially when they find that initial engage, and that's when we see the snowball.
It's too tough to pull off right now.
Yeah, I think one thing for sure is that Sagan is really going to struggle in this match, right? The big game changer is going to be Takashi and Luis. They really need to communicate on the way they actually attack.
All right, luckily enough, Akira has respectable wave clear. They are going to successfully defend in mid. And I'd like to think you're right. And from very different angles, Gideon, Takash off the fight. He has to be very far away to try and, again, control that gold lead, control the map. For Luis, man, you got to get some defensive jumps in.
Yeah, they're going to have to. Again, they're going to lose this mid-turret. Sensuichi is going to jump in, finding the mark. Luis is going to fall, and now King to follow. They just get obliterated in the base. Now Blacklist International with the lead. They're going to go ahead and continue to assault down the base turrets of Akira. Do they cap it out? Edward going to jump in. Takashi falls. Gusta La Gusta trying to keep the game going, using the blazing duet, but it's not enough as Blacklist International decisively takes game one.
Blacklist welcomes Akira into Manila with a dominant victory. Game one going over to Black.
Whew. Blacklist International feeling comfortable in their own skin, man. This is why the new iteration of Blacklist International is so exciting to watch. They're efficient, they sometimes can be aggressive, but more importantly so,